All plants and animals are made of billions of tiny cells. Inside each cell is a nucleus that contains DNA. DNA is passed on from one generation to the next and contains information to make and keep the organism functioning. DNA can be thought of as individual instruction books, with the instructions in the genes allowing them to form proteins, which are the building blocks of life. Proteins form the structure of the organism and other molecules, such as starch or fat. An organism is mainly made up of proteins. Genes make up less than 0.1% of the weight of an organism, but they control everything else. Genetic modification is the use of modern biotechnology techniques to change the genes of an organism. A genetically modified organism is an organism that has been changed using this. Traditional breeding aims to tailor the plant or animal for a certain characteristic. For example, a new crop variety that is more tolerant to drought. The process of making this plant involves finding the organism with the desired traits, crossing them with each other, with the aim that the next generation will have the trait from both parents. In reality, it takes a number of breeding cycles to create the desired organism. Nowadays, GM breeding is used instead because it can change the genes of an organism in ways not possible through traditional methods. This provides opportunities for new plant varieties and animal breeds. The process of GM involves using genes from one organism and inserting them into another. As an example, insect-resistant cotton uses a gene from a bacterium to provide it with built-in insect protection. The use of this particular GM cotton has reduced pesticide use by over 80% in Australia. GM can also mean changing the organism's own genes, as opposed to taking another organism's genes. For example, gene silencing reduces the activity of certain genes within the organism, such as the genes responsible for the production of unhealthy oils in oilseed crops. GM can also be used for research purposes, for tasks such as discovering new genes. Crops that have been developed using GM are referred to as GM crops, or genetically engineered crops. There are many steps involved in the development of GM crops. Isolation of the gene. Existing knowledge about the structure, function, and location of chromosomes is used to identify the genes. Inserting the genes into a transfer vector. The most commonly used gene transfer tool for plants is a molecule of DNA, plasmid, from a soil bacterium, Agrobacterium tumefaciens. For this step, the genes are simply inserted into the plasmid. Plant transformation. The modified bacterium cells containing the plasmid with the new gene are mixed with the plant cell. Some of the cells will take a piece of a plasmid known as the tDNA, transferred DNA. The desired genes are then inserted into the plant's chromosomes to form GM cells. Another method of transferring DNA is particle bombardment, where small particles coated with the DNA molecules are bombarded into the cell. Selection of modified cells. After the cells have taken in the desired gene, various techniques are used to differentiate between the modified and unchanged cells, such as using marker genes that confer antibiotic or herbicide resistance. Verification of transformation and characterization of the DNA. Verification involves demonstrating that the gene has been inserted and inherited normally. Tests are done to determine the number of copies that have been inserted, whether the copies are intact, and whether the insertion has interfered with other genes to cause unintended effects. This is done to make sure that the gene is functional. Testing plant performance. This is usually carried out first in a greenhouse to determine whether the modified plant has the desired trait. The plants that perform well are planted in the field for further testing. In the field, the plants are first grown in confined areas to test whether the GM has been successful. If it is successful, then the plants are tested in multi-location field trials to test the resistance to environmental conditions. After this, the plants may be considered for commercial production. Recombinant DNA technology is a process that occurs when fragments of DNA from two different species are joined in vitro. to form a single DNA molecule. The process involved in rDNA is similar to IVF, as the altered cell is injected into an embryo at an early stage of development, and then the embryo is then implanted in the foster mother. A transgenic animal is an animal that has incorporated a foreign gene into its cells. Transgenic animals can pass the altered gene to its offspring. Several different methods can be used to produce transgenic animals. Microinjection is the most common technique used to produce transgenic animals. Injecting DNA into a cell using a fine diameter glass needle or a microscope constitutes microinjection. During this operation, the chosen gene is directly injected into the ovum. The injected DNA then integrates with the nuclear DNA. Microinjection has a high success rate and has been used on several animal species. Myth number 1. GM crops are environmentally sustainable. Biotechnology giant Monsanto brags that it is one of the world's leading companies focused on sustainable agriculture. While some biotech seeds provide substantial environmental benefits, sustainability claims are exaggerated. Some of Monsanto's most successful products are its herbicide-tolerant crops, such as soybeans and cotton, which are tolerant to glyphosate, a herbicide. These crops, planted on millions of acres each year, led to a skyrocketing glyphosate use, and as a result, the emergence of glyphosate-resistant weeds. As a result, farmers were prevented from using the herbicide on the plants, as it would not be effective. The industry's proposed solution was for farmers to temporarily use herbicide cocktails, which contained multiple herbicides to combat resistant weeds, while new GM varieties were being developed to be tolerant to other herbicides. GM crops, much like conventional crops, are part of the industrial agricultural system that uses large amounts of fertilizer, and are sometimes grown in vast fields where crops are not rotated adequately. If sustainability is the goal, all farmers, not just those that farm GM crops, need to move in a more sustainable, organic direction. Myth number 2. Genetic modification is just an extension of natural breeding. Contrary to popular belief, GM is completely different from natural breeding and poses different risks. Natural breeding can only take place between closely related forms of life. For example, a whale would be unable to breed with a pig. This also applies to plants. GM breeding is different from this, as genes from other animals can be inserted into completely different species, not to mention the fact that this process takes place in a laboratory, and as such should not be considered an extension of natural breeding. Additionally, the risks associated with genetic modification are very different. Genetic engineering and associated tissue culture processes are imprecise and highly mutagenic, which can lead to unpredictable changes in biochemical composition, DNA, and proteins of the organism. The resulting GMO may have unexpected toxic or allergenic effects. From the information gathered in this video, it stands that while genetic modification is a great addition to modern science, there are many issues with it. Although it may look to be the easy option, genetic modification has many downfalls and should not be taken as a miracle most people think it is.